what you talking about. Let's do something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby.
Our coverage of the NFL brings us to the southern end of the Tar Heel State and to this beautiful venue, Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Joshua Carty to kick off.
Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And we're off and running from Charlotte. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 19. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 31-yard play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Finds McConkey. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Tackle made by J.C. Horn. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun. They'll give it to him inside. Has a lane inside the 25. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone. Down at the 19. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. Working inside the red zone. Cut near the goal line. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Complete on the option. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers finish up an excellent opening series. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Returnable from the 2. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
19 Lions.
Throwing right away here, Howell. His first throw is an interception. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead.
Looking for the back that time. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Looking to the air here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
3rd and long for him here. And he let his man too much there, Bob. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, I love this, Kate, from an offense. Just philosophical. Stretching that secondary out with your tight end. Even still, one of the deeper targets you're going to see him get. It's a shame they couldn't quite connect.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready, get up.
Trying the right side. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
70 Timberwolves. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Go.
From the 38. Brought in right side. Gets it to the 15. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers reach pay dirt for the first time this game. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
Raleigh set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Choosing to bring it out deep in the end zone. He stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Looking for... Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, he's totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He's on the move. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. He'll look to throw. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. Now the Buccaneers bringing out their field goal team. From the same spot as an extra point here, 32 yards. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return coming from the 6. Big lift from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set. First and 10. The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And his charge towards the line, that's right around 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Running once more with Brooks. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
You want to talk about one position that really has morphed over the years? When you think of old school middle linebackers, the big physical guys that just stuffed holes, not anymore. These guys can run just about as well as anybody on the field. He showed it off creating that negative play.
Gosh, this is Xavier Leggett. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Set.
They just get the play on. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Buccaneers come through with a big play to close out our opening quarter. So that's one quarter gone in a battle of NFC South rivals. Neither side separating much so far. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They're set up with it after the pick to end the first. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Oh, he trucked that defender. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Pass play coming here. Catch made underneath by the back. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers parlay the interception into points. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers bump the lead up to 13 points. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Starting from the 5. Finds some space. He's past the 30. He's popped at the end of that one. Painful end to a real solid return there. They've got first down from the 31.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready?
Play action here with Howell. He's trying to push the field. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Rick Woolen with the INT.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
18, come on, set.
Setting up a throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. They connect on the deep shot. And in, touchdown Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Looking to tack on the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Buccaneers push the lead to 20. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Fielded at the 7. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Set. Ready, ready.
A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tackle made by Kalijah Cansey. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Ready. Ready.
Howell from the gun. It is caught left side. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
60 Maverick.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Connects on the crosser. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball in your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield to turn a good play into a great play.
Here's Brooks. And this is brought to a halt pretty early at about the 8. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Bucks' 8-yard line.
Go!
Again, they give to Brooks. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. From the 34. That was just thrown away, but here comes the flag. There was nobody in the neighborhood of that one. Well, I've always wanted to ask this, so this feels like the perfect moment, Brock. Is there ever a time where a quarterback feels intentional grounding is actually worth it?
No. I don't think so. Not for your team, not for your play caller, not for your coach, not for the game situation. There really isn't a time. You've got to find an outlet, somewhere to throw that ball away safely.
Here he is on 3rd and long. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. They'll come up 1st and 10.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Here we go.
They'll try and throw it here. Dumps it off to his running back. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. And it's the Buccaneers, who only need a couple on 2nd and 2. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He finds McConkey. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Let's go.
They are throwing it again. Gets this to McConkey. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. From the red zone now. Escapes the pocket. And they will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The Buccaneers boat racing them to the halftime locker room. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers push the lead to 20.
Panthers 14.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Returning it from the 4. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set. Ready.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. brings up 2nd and 12 at the 30-yard line.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Ready? Check smash. Check smash. Tight. 19 tight. Chap 60. Chap 60. Hook.
Out of the shotgun, Howell. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Mustang 19.
Howell throwing on 3rd down. And they pick him off again! And he makes the Hefco! It's a touchdown on the pick 6! Now the PAT try coming up. The point after splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers grow their lead yet again. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Has this at the 6. His return gets him to the 32-yard line before he's taken down. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Panther 11. Panther 11. Here we go. Set.
Back to the air, Howell after the pick. Stick, pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers, it's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. All right, here we go, 2nd down.
Set up. Buffalo 18. 79 Broncos. Go.
Another try following the sack. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. First time this game they've looked to him. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Let's go now. Hut, hut.
Howell out of the shotgun. Taking a deep shot here. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Buccaneers take over on his 5th interception of the season.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today. And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. They motion the tight end over. 2nd and 10 now. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. Let's see what they went with on 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
He's going to throw this one. That one's complete over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Back to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Panthers will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw, but you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
18, Pioneer.
Looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Dragon 60. Let's go.
Back now, pressure on its way. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Curve 19. Curve 19. Go.
First down, Howell. Complete out to the right. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Rush coming for Howell. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Clean breakup on that throw. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
Ready. Check go.
To throw again, it's Howell. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Go.
And they'll pitch it out to him. And it's a minimal gain here. Only gets him to about the 14. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Finds McConkey. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Finds a man right side. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the stick.
Has room down the left sideline. Gets it to the 15. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers push their lead further to start the half. Lad McConkey with a touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers continue piling onto this lead. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. We give to Brooks, running right. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Again, it's Brooks. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on first. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Offense to the line for second down.
Ready? 19 Lions. Go.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. He puts some air under it. Deep cut at the 20-yard line. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down.
Let's go. Tight. 19 tight. Hut, hut.
Working inside the red zone. Throw caught at the 6. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
Brooks is in for the Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a small chunk off that lead. It's a Jonathan Brooks touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. This one's going to be a return from deep in the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25.
At their own 23-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Fits it through the middle. A lot of grass ahead. Here he goes again. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown! The Buccaneers piling onto the scoreboard yet again. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers continue adding on to that lead. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Return coming from the 6. It's an excellent return, but he gets popped at the end of it. First and 10 now from the 30.
Ready? Trap 60, trap 60. Check out.
Howell from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Here's Howell, first and 10. That one's complete, right side. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
Here we go, shot. Ready, ready?
To throw, Howell. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Buccaneers get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on third and long. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down. Buccaneers out and into punt formation. And he wasn't needed at all in the first half, partner. This is going to be his first punt. Coming off 4 punts in that loss, and he boots his... He loses it on the hit! And they steal it back on the return. Oh, baby, that was sweet. They popped him before he could even get started on that return.
Imagine running down the field, navigating all those guys that want to block you. You get free, and I'm sure part of these guys on this punt coverage team, Kate, are wondering, is he going to wave his hand? Is it going to be a fair catch? Was it all for not? No, it was not. And they get a chance to lay the wood, and they deliver.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he'll go down here.
Ready?
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 16. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
Yet another shot across the bow of a ship that's already sinking here, Kate. He could have made that field goal. Heck, he could have turned around and kicked it directly at his coach because it feels like they've got this one in hand.
Now that'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Set, ready. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Check go.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Finds his man over the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
70 range, 70 range. Ready.
To the air on 1st down, Howell. Finds him. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And it's a turnover. The defense has it.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
It's an option right that begins this drive. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come on. 18, Pioneer. Ready.
Back to throw. Connects on the crosser. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down.
Set. Ready.
Hand off to the back. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. Back to the well again. And he found a gap to take this down to the 28. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 28. Hits his running back. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
On the jump. Here we go, set.
They'll try and punch it in. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. Driven backward to the 11 as they line up for 2nd and goal. Here's a throw. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Let's go now.
3rd and long for him here. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack. A familiar sight in this contest, Brock. He's out there again for another field goal try. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And they didn't even need those points when you look at how impressive that lead is.
Well, that's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return.
Okay, ready.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set. Go.
Here's Howell. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. Looking for the back that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Dragon 60. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, Howell. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know what I like about this shot down the field, Kate? It keeps a defense honest. They know defensively, if we overcommit, we could get burned deep.
Here we go.
Al throwing on 3rd down. Short pass brought in. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Going for it with Brooks. And he's tackled for a short gain. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
Looking right, and he finds him. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the 1st. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. He's dropping back to throw. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Buccaneers put this one away a long time ago. So yet again, they're turning to him to try to put 3 on the board. It's from the right hash, 46 yards. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Boy, that's a familiar path he's taken here. Now the 5th time he's run out and gotten the job done. I know. You'd rather have him be PATs, but it's been nice having that reliable leg to turn to all game long.
Has this at the 6. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Howell back to throw. Completes it to his running back. Here's Jonathan Brooks. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. Howell out of the shotgun. Has it downfield, working the left. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. To throw again, it's Howell. That's complete to Leggett. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. 1st down, Howell. Dump off caught by his back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Finds the in route, complete. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Howell from the gun. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. One final shot here. He's on the move. And this is all for cosmetics as he's in for the late touchdown. The Panthers putting up points in a game decided. It's a Sam Howell touchdown. So 6 points at the buzzer, Brock, but 0 effect on our final outcome.
Yeah, I get that, but I'll tell you what, that'll be one of the first plays they watch in the film room this coming week. Like you said, they lose whether that's scored or not, but Coach will always emphasize effort on the field. Reaching that end zone to end an already decided game, that is effort with a capital E.